How's it going, everybody? I am Anthony Muhammad. I appreciate you all for joining me on another show of BrainFoodTV. I would first like to thank everybody for following the Facebook page, following the Instagram and the YouTube. I appreciate everybody who is behind this movement. Today, we are going to be discussing on the topic that health is wealth. And I have a special guest with me. He is from Florida, out of Palm Beach.
Yes, sir.
We got my brother Juice Lee. He is a rapper and health enthusiast. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things. So I guess you could tell them about like a little bit about your title of health, what you practice.
A lot of people call it being vegan.
Yes, sir.
I just call it being plant-based.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of reasons why. I don't really like to put a label to it.
Definitely.
I just feel like it's just a natural way of eating and being for myself, not like to press it on nobody else. But,
yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I just say plant-based. I eat plants.
Yes, sir. I'm if y'all did not know, I am a follower of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He recommends a vegetarian diet, so that's what I follow. And he has a book called How to Eat to Live Part 1 and 2. I recommend people go and check that out and get as much information as you can from as many sources as you can. I'm going to be asking Juice Lee a few questions that you all may need answers to if you plan on entering the process of a healthier life. So my first question for you is, when did you decide to first stop eating meat?
I would say it was like 2017.
Okay.
2017, like late 2016.
Okay.
It was a funny story. I mean, I could get into that.
Oh yeah, go ahead, explain the process.
Pretty much, I worked at a car dealership.
Okay.
My life wasn't what it is now at all in any way, shape, or form. For me, it just wasn't fulfilling. So one day I was sitting in my car, I went and got some garbage to eat. Like it was like a fast food burger or something. I took a bite and instantly it was just like almost like I was downloading this feeling. It was just like this is killing me.
Definitely. This don't feel right.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
It didn't feel right at all. And someone was like, man, like, start eating healthier, start cutting out fast food.
Definitely.
And the more that you learn, that awareness kind of...
Definitely. It all comes to full circle. When you make that first step, it's easier for you to discipline your whole life around disciplining food. That's our strongest form of discipline that we should focus on about all of our lives.
Exactly.
All right. My second question for you is to explain the process and some of the challenges that came with cutting out meat and just transferring to a healthier lifestyle.
I would say the biggest. I don't even want to call it a challenge, but the first thing you want to get used to is other people's input and criticism.
Wow.
Like, coming from a Latin background, like, we carne asada or con pollo, we literally eat bricks of fried cheese, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, in Miami, you can go to Yambo and get a big plate for $7.
Yep.
Freak though, that boy said. But, like, that's the first thing you kind of get, you got to get used to, because you already going to be transitioning, like, as far as your mental, your physical, your emotional. Our bodies are like ecosystems. We have our own ecosystem. So our body really affects our moods and things that we go through and our decisions that we make. So having that extra input from other people, it can not only like sway like your vision or what you're working towards, but it could also make you kind of scared sometimes. Because the first thing that I noticed is my stomach was like, bruh.
Yeah.
Like,
and hungry.
Like hungry, I mean, shaky, like bubbly, everything. So, that's the biggest thing, is just staying focused and knowing that, okay, this is normal, I'm going through changes, and it's going to be over with soon, and not really take what people have to say so heavy,
Yes, sir. Some of the challenges that I went through, because I'm vegetarian, and if you all do not know Juice Lee, shout out to Juice Lee, Pharaoh Luke Kane, and A Flames, because they led me into that lifestyle. They cooked things that I didn't know that I would be able to eat, or would be interesting for me to eat as a vegan or vegetarian. So I appreciate them for that. But some of the challenges I went through as well was, like you said, the hunger pains. You feel like you need to eat something. Let's see. You go through about 2-3 weeks of feeling that, and then you get through it. Your body gets used to it.
And the flesh is strong.
Definitely.
Strong,
yep.
It's weak.
And I actually entered pescatarianism first.
Yeah. That's how I did it too.
As well. Okay.
I was pesca for 1.5 years before going vegan.
Yes, sir. I went pescatarian.
Best transition.
Yes, sir. I think I did it for like 4 months. But you're also such a good influence that you can't stay there for too long. So yeah, that was a little bit about behind my process, and don't think that there won't be challenges and trials through this, but it's all worth it in the end. Trust me. What led you to staying on this path? What are some of the things and people who might have kept you on this path?
Well, like you touched on it, it definitely helps to have a community.
Mm-hmm.
It helps to have friends that hold you accountable, family that holds you accountable.
Definitely.
In a non-judgmental way.
Right.
Everybody's different.
Yes, sir.
Like for me, I'm the kind of person like once I made it up in my mind that it's bad for me, that's it. I cut it off.
Okay.
Like it gets like cut off like a limb, gone. But there are some people that struggle with that.
Right.
Right. Well, maybe I'll try this or I'll try to eat this, eat that. Which there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta be like it's actually healthy.
Right.
Because what happens is you eat it and then you go through the phases. Guilt, or you might feel like. That's normal. It's not anything that's bad. It's
that's
just
right. So self-accusing spirit.
Yeah, I mean, and it's more than that. It's a thing of where it's like, okay, I just lied to myself.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, that's if that's what you believe.
That's
you know what I mean? So, and that's with anything in life. So, like you were saying, not to get too far off topic, but when you start to put structure on how you eat, you start to put structure on everything else in your life.
That's right.
And but having my brothers around me. Having people around me that encourage me, that's probably the biggest tool,
sir.
As far as...
To surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah, the right energy, that's always necessary.
Yes, sir.
Always.
All right, we've asked him a couple questions. I think what we should talk about now that we talk about the lifestyle with some of the benefits of not eating meat, how you physically feel and what you know about what physically happens to your body when you stop eating meat.
Well... When I stopped eating meat, I lost a lot of weight, a lot of inflammation. I sleep better. I have a lot more energy. I think a lot clearer. I'm not as aggressive because I'm naturally like a very high energy person.
Yes, sir.
Which if not really directed right, the energy could turn into other things. But yeah, I have a lot more zen, a lot more.
Definitely.
I'm pretty calm now. But nah, just like real talk, it's a lot of inflammation that goes down in the body, which affects a lot of different things.
Definitely.
Mind state.
Yes.
Physical
sir.
appearance.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yes, that's probably the biggest one.
Yes, sir.
Inflammation.
And what I would say about some things that I personally experience, I don't get headaches anymore. Whether you can believe it or not, I don't really care. I don't get headaches anymore. You don't get sleepy after you eat as if you need to rest your life away because the food took over.
It's got to shut down and process that heavy food.
Definitely. Like you said, your attitude, your spirit is a lot better because the foods are complementing what you have going on. So thank you on touching on that. Okay, this is an important question here. Most people may not know this. This is something that's sort of beyond the veganism and the vegan diet. It is sort of taught by Dr. Sebi. It is called the alkaline diet. I want Juice Lee to explain to us a little bit about what that is.
I mean, pretty much it explains pH and how the foods that you eat have a certain level of pH.
Okay.
There are factors that affect the pH of your food, such as whether a food is organic. Whether a food is a natural food or an alkaline food. So you have things like your deep leafy greens that are alkaline. You have things like certain nuts, like I eat like walnuts, pine nuts, Brazil nuts. Those are actually, alkaline foods are actually healing foods.
Yes,
so what happens is when your body drops below a pH of 7, really when it starts getting closer to 6, your body becomes acidic. So when your body becomes acidic, you start to be, once again, the ecosystem starts to welcome nasty, acidic, or toxic things like bacteria, worms,
Is that how we produce the mucus in our body?
Yeah. Well, your body produces mucus to try to fight the bacteria and try to fight, the evil things that are trying to take your body over. So you swell up.
Okay.
You swell up, you start feeling pains, you start getting hot flashes, sweating, you start getting mad for no reason. Somebody cut you off in traffic and you want to prove a point. I've been there. But yeah, real talk, like the more alkaline you eat, the higher your body's pH is. Okay. And the less susceptible you are to disease or viruses.
Well, there you have it. Now, if you could tell us about some ingredients that you personally know about that can help people in this time of sickness to strengthen their immune system and fight sickness.
The closer to the sun you eat, the better off you are, because we get all of our energy from the sun. Yes. Right? So I would try to stay away from meat. That's the biggest thing. Meat, cheeses, milks. But the ingredients that I would recommend, first off, fruit, like organic fruit. Cleanse your system out. Then you got your deep leafy greens, chickpeas. Chickpeas is a winner. Chickpeas, you can make everything from pancakes to soup to you could even make cakes, pies, all kind of crazy stuff. Chickpeas is big. What else is something that I eat a lot of? Coconut.
Definitely.
Coconuts are amazing. You could use them for a lot of different things. Bananas, burro bananas, because burro bananas are closer to the original banana. Okay. Let me see. You want your kale. You want your I eat like red chard. I think that's what it's called. If I messed up, sorry. But I eat a lot of cashews. Drink a lot of water. And fruits like dragon fruit, watermelon, cantaloupe.
Definitely. We put ginger in a lot of things.
Ginger, turmeric, yes, the herbs. I was gonna get to the herbs. Actually, I know we a little bit tight on time, but we're gonna have to double this one up. I brought you a little something. Also, what you drinking? Water?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just a little bag, you know. Let's see. So we got yellow dock. This is a root. It's a good for antioxidants. I'll let y'all.
Yellow dock.
Boom. Let you check that out right there.
Thank you.
We got powder arco. These were randomly picked out of my array of herbs, by the way. So we just got 3 for y'all, and I got a little surprise. So powder arco. This is good for antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral. And this, of course, this is just what the herbs have been said to do. I'm not a doctor, but I've taken them and they've done just these things for me, so let's check that out. Oh, yeah. We got nettle powder. Let me see. You could apply it to the skin. I don't know if I've used this one. Actually, I made capsules with this one, but it's good in iron, magnesium, which calcium. It's good with containing protein, so if people are bad with like gaining weight, nettle powder, that's what you want. Vitamins A, C, D, and B complex.
Oh yes, sir.
And then you drink water?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, he came bearing gifts.
Yeah, you know I gotta drop a little
special guest for sure.
Drop a little knowledge. We got some chlorophyll. Okay. So this helps build red blood cells. Yes. Go ahead and show that. I don't know
if y'all can see it, y'all can. If not, that's all right. You
pop a little picture or something right here.
So what do you do? You go
so pretty much you just, you give it a little shake, get all them little greens riled up in there. And pretty much what this does is, if you're familiar with what red blood cells do, they actually help send oxygen to the organs. Boop, 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 boop. 7. There we go. Let's do 7. That sounds like a good number.
Y'all go, yes, sir.
Let me add something to mine. I got plain water now. I done drank like 2 cups of this stuff, but
y'all go ahead and get y'all organs oxygenized.
And of course, you want to kind of take it easy when you first start it, because just like anything, your body has to adapt. Yes. Sir. So take it a little easy, and it stains clothes. So make sure you handle with care.
It's crazy that, this society will tell us that we may need 3 meals a day. One thing that we can all do to prevent sickness and to gain a healthy immune system is fasting. It is recommended by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and by anybody who knows anything about good health will tell you to fast So tell me a little bit behind what you do during your fast, and the time periods of when you feel like you should do it.
I'm fasting right now.
Okay. Yep, I hear it.
Well, like once a month, I do my best to do a fast.
Okay.
Whether it's 1 to 3 days.
Yeah.
And it all depends on how I feel, like on what my body tells me it needs.
Right.
So today I did. It's pretty much a fruit fast or juice fast. I had 1 cup of juice.
Okay.
And I made it like on the spot. Apples, ginger, and lime.
Okay.
Get the organs cleaned out.
Yes, sir.
But fasting is so amazing because what happens is your body's processing all the time.
Yep.
So when you don't eat, it's not processing. It's just like when you drive your car. You're not going to go inside the store, leave your car running.
Right.
And then drive it back home, come home, leave your car running. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, there's times that you need to be running, there's times you need to be eating, there's times you need to be sleeping.
That's right.
And healing. And
sometimes you need to change that oil filter.
Change that oil filter, and start over. But that's what fasting pretty much is. It's like your oil change.
Okay.
Because then your body goes through it, starts to eat the damaged cells, and the longer the better. Obviously, you don't want to push yourself.
That's right.
But the longer you can go, the better. I know people that go on like 30-day fast, 40-day fast. Like
Same. In a time of sickness like this, our hands are honestly some of our worst enemies. They will recommend to you hand sanitizer, but I have heard different from people who go about life in a natural way. It is not recommended, and I will ask you, Juice Lee, what you have heard about rubbing alcohol on your hands and how that affects you.
Well, not only from what I've heard, but from what I've experienced, like rubbing alcohol is very abrasive. It's damaging to the skin. Just like, you drink alcohol. What does it do to your liver?
Wow.
So it's like, you kind of put 2 and 2 together. And then every time I've ever used alcohol, like I grew up, my grandma had the big cases of the green, that green alcohol. Hey, you know what I'm talking about, that green alcohol. And she put it on everything. You get a cut, burn, scrape. You get hit by a car. You got Crohn's disease.
Rubbing alcohol. Put it on your forehead and everything.
Everything. You get sick, everything. But it dries you out. And your hands be all brittle. Pretty much rubbing alcohol is very abrasive and it strips your hands of everything. It strips you of the good bacteria, the bad bacteria, which then makes you susceptible or open to even nastier things.
Yes, sir.
I actually have something for that too.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You got some good questions. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. So this right here is an alcohol-free, organic lavender hand sanitizer.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Bronner's. They sell it at Whole Foods.
Dr. Bronner's.
Hey, they're gonna have to holler at me after this video, Dr. Bronner. But I just saw it, man, with the whole corona scare, everybody's getting scared, man. For everybody that I care for, you feel me, I just went and got one,
Definitely.
Boop, 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 dropped them off.
Yes, sir.
Freak, don't be like that. Don't be like that, freak. Do not be like that. Because we live in the same house, bro. You want some?
He's like, yep. Go ahead, we getting the camera crew sanitized right now, people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Put it on his armpits. Here, you want some?
I'm dead. Yeah, man, I'll take some. Thank you.
Yes, so I actually leave this here for you too.
Okay.
So we got to move this out.
And instead of just rubbing alcohol, this is actually organic ethyl alcohol. And it's 62% of that. This has lavender oil, glycerin, water.
Vegetable glycerin.
That's very important because most glycerin is made from pork, but vegetable glycerin is not. What I'm going to ask you to do is possibly tell some people who are looking to make that first step into a healthier life, into healthier eating and healthier thinking, that first thing that they should do, whether it's the thinking process, something within the eating process, or something with the environment that they're surrounding themselves in. Please give your best advice on what you would recommend for that first step.
Really all of it. But the very, very, very first step is you have to make your mind up.
That's right.
You have to say to yourself, this is what I want because I see and I know that this is good for me. And then you make it your own. That's right. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't take nothing too personal. Don't take it too seriously.
Right.
Like really, bro, like the biggest thing that I learned about this journey, because it really is a journey, is that it is a journey.
That's right.
You know, and everything is on time. Everything happens perfectly because it's within divine alignment.
That's right.
You know, so once you make your mind up, everything else falls right into place. Boom, 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 boom. And it's going to be difficult because you're going to have people fall off.
That's right.
You're going to have situations fall off.
You're going to have a cheat day.
Bruh.
You're going to have to discipline yourself.
Bro, I left the job because like people was feeling a way about me because I wasn't eating what they were eating.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So your whole situation might change, bro.
That's
and
right.
and that was really the biggest step to my progression.
Yep. Don't let your family put you down on that. You go to Thanksgiving, my family do that, but they so loving. They do it as a joke, but it's still they will try you. You need some meat. You need some.
Why you getting skinny? Kai, why you not eating? Why you not eating?
Yeah.
But no, real talk, like, you know, it's all about making your mind up, bro. I've literally been at family events, like you said, and everybody's like quiet because I'm the only person not sitting. I'm sitting there just enjoying myself. Like, you know, I'm talking with everybody, but because of how they feel, like it feels weird. Somebody at the table not eating. Yeah. But you gotta be strong enough to be like, you know what, I'm not taking it personal because the people around me. Yeah. Are changing their ways because I want to change my ways.
They may know something. You know something that they don't know. And you gotta know that you got the power in your hands.
Exactly. And really, bro, like just holding firm in those situations and in those times and not taking it personal when people don't agree with you and not pushing it on people. That actually makes people more susceptible, more open to it because like my mom, bro, like my mom, she, you know, to this day still, you know, does little cheat things, but she every day implements something new and helps other people too in her life. So you never know what example you might set for the next person or the next person what example they're setting to the next person based on your actions. So you know, just remaining firm and holding steady and being 10 toes like you know, I'm doing it because I know this is what's good for me. That's the first step.
I thank each and every one of you for joining us on BrainFoodTV today on our segment of Health is Wealth. Hope you have gained from us telling you what we've been through, and I hope it really does help you. I want to thank Juice Lee for coming through. Bro. You know, this is my brother right here. And one thing I want to recommend to you all, this right here is the Final Call newspaper. This one is on bad medicine. I would like for y'all to subscribe to that and go to thefinalcall.com. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I am Anthony Muhammad. This is another episode of Brain Food TV. Peace and blessings, family.